Tonight, on the Bonus Stage Network, we have a special expose on Arabic and the culture that surrounds it. No? Aerobics. Sorry, everybody. Hello. Tonight, on the Bonus Stage Network, we have an expose on aerobics and the culture that surrounds it. Never in the history of mankind has there been such an energetic decade as the 1980s to foster such an exuberant form of exercise, and nobody can deny the influence that it's had on future generations. But has aerobics gone too far? We have with us, joining via satellite video, the mastermind behind a new music album inspired by the aesthetic of aerobics. The album is called Athletic Aesthetic, and the mastermind is called ErichWK, and he's joining us here by satellite video. Hello, Erich. How do you do this fine evening?
Hello! From San Diego. I'm doing great.
Live from San Diego. Erich, what brings you here to the Bonus Stage Network this evening?
To get fit, to get hard, to get wet, to get big.
Wow, you can't say that on television. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight, Erich. Yes, we understand that you're coming from your own studio in San Diego.
Yes, in my own work-from-home office and my own dreamatorium, basically, where I made the Athletic Aesthetic album during the pandemic.
And that is what brings us all together tonight. Yes, why don't you start out introing the album itself? What inspired you to create a concept album around the athletic aesthetic?
So, real talk, not as a character, but I actually legit work out to a lot of video game music because it pumps me up. And I remember working out to the Smurfs for Nintendo soundtrack by Alberto Gonzalez to the song Flight on a Stork, and I was like, dang, this sounds like I'm running through the mountain in Russia to get ready to beat a Russian in boxing. And I was like, I should make an entire album, video game cover album, just music to work out to. And that was 4 years ago. And basically at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, I got a lot of time, so I should make this happen. So that's why I did it. And this is a service to people to get big and to get hard, which is what I want more than anything on the planet. For everyone to be hard and big.
Yes,
and
like giant men of rock.
Yeah, like golems. Big ass golems.
Mm-hmm. Roaming the streets, causing chaos.
Roaming the streets, flexing hard, crushing walnuts, crushing watermelons with their thighs, looking good. This is about looking good. It's about the aesthetic.
Absolutely. And so, let's see. Should we dive into this excellent expose of your tracks now?
Of athleticism and aestheticism? Yes. So real quick, before we do that, a buddy of mine, Cameron, MiG50, he made an entire, because he's a madman, 60 minutes of awesome clips to my album to work out to. So you can play it at parties, you can just put it on your phone when you work out, but this was all his creation we're about to watch. And he actually put it on VHS and filmed the CRT TV. So we're actually going to see real analog aerobics movie aestheticism. And I just want to thank you, MiG50, and I want to thank you, Joss. I want to thank everyone for being here. It means a lot to me. And so let's start working out.
All right, let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
You're listening to Athletic Aesthetic. right, let's sweat. Now, let's get that heart pumping and make sure to keep that blood flowing. We're about to get into a real rondo of sweat tonight out here in the halls of Castle Dracula.
Ready? Go!
Peanut butter. Chocolate.
Here it comes! You missed! Faster! Get out of the way! Uh-oh! Oh, wow! Your peanut butter hit my chocolate! Your chocolate hit my peanut butter!
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Real milk chocolate, delicious peanut butter. Two great tastes that taste great together.
Reese? Yeah!
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Warning, such behavior is irresponsible, immature, and very foolish. We recommend you try it at home. Paperboy from Mindscape for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Let's play Simon! Simon says, come chase after me. Repeat my life sequentially. Just do what I do. Simon says, I'll give you the razz if you don't keep up with all my jazz. So don't do what I don't do. Simon says, go longer and faster. And when you do, you'll be the master. You did do what I did do. Simon, the Do What I Do computer game from MB Electronics. Do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we are now joined by three of the featured musicians on those tracks. We are joined by Joe Newman, Mike Monty, and Stemage, Grant Henry himself. Awesome. The men, the legends, all together, all of you. How are you all doing this fine evening?
Ready.
Sorry, I cut you off. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Well, those were some stellar performances on those tracks. How many tracks are on this album? We've got what? 11, 12? 12? So we are like just a quarter way through and already some really stellar performances, great arrangements. And yeah, let's dive right into it. Who are we going to interview here first, Erich?
So obviously this is the opening track, and then the second track, which is "You're the Hero of this fucking gym," which is from the song "Who Will Be the Hero" from Violent Storm. That was Stemage and Joe on sax, Stemage on mostly guitar, and our buddy Mason, who is a big time audio dude in some fucking company, did all the vocals. So what happened was, Ian Cowell, who did some guitar solos for the album, told Stemage that, hey, Erich has this like 80s album, and Stemage messaged me and goes, hey, put me on this album or I'll literally kill you.
Put me on this album.
Or I will kill you and end this friendship with your death.
Or we will never talk about snare samples ever again.
Ever again. And I was
Ever
like,
again.
okay, so I actually picked this song after he said that. And I was like, well, let's do this. And then Stemage goes, you know what? You need vocals. I know a guy. And then he gives me Mason. And then I go to the internet and I just tap in a random like Facebook page, like, hey, does anyone want to play sax on my song? And Joe was the first person to respond. Was like, I would like to play sax on your song. I don't know you.
Yeah.
But I get a good feeling about you. And I want to play sax with you. And that's how this song came about. And that was like really sweet and really cool. And like made me feel really like awesome that I have these friends who want to be a part of something that I'm doing that I just like kind of like do on the side, and it motivated me to make this a big whole dumb, stupid, silly, hilarious, shreddy album. So I thank all of you guys for being a part of it.
Yeah, man. It's funny because like you said, I didn't know who you we had mutual friends, and
one of the first times I'm looking at you right now is here on Discord.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, well, and you can't even see me because of these. Here, I'll take these off.
Because like our parents are like, don't talk to the internet, you don't know. But I'm like, you know what, Mom? Heck you. I want to talk to random men I don't ever know and ask them to play in my band.
Yeah, and I'm gonna accept money from strangers on the internet.
Yeah, like, let me pay you money. I don't know you. Here's some money. Record sax for me. It was great, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was super fun. And hell yeah, I get to hand off a solo to Stemage too, which was awesome.
I have this chorus pedal I never use, so dust that shit off.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is like I feel like chorus is very massively underused in today in like modern guitar shreddage. So I really appreciate Stemage doing like chorus, like filled to the brim, like just like coming out of your pores and your body and sweating. And then what I did is I put the Studio D chorus plugin on top of it.
More on it.
So it was basically like getting drunk and then like taking a swim in like a pool of beer, of like chorus beer. It was awesome.
That's very much the athletic aesthetic right there.
Yeah.
Swimming in a pool full of beer.
Yes, thank you. I agree. Cheers.
And Monty, you've been very silent over in the corner. Why don't you say something?
Wait, I can't hear him talking. Is he talking?
Oh, we can't hear him talking.
I think
never
he's
mind.
saying a lot.
You messed it up, Monty. We don't want to hear from you now.
Unmute yourself, boy.
All right. Well, filibuster. Somebody.
I thought that was an elaborate troll, but I guess not.
Can you hear me?
There you are, sir.
Hey, you got me?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I guess my headphones were slightly unplugged.
Yeah.
I just said hey, and I was trying to troll, and it didn't work. So
it did work.
It worked too well.
Yeah,
I guess too well.
No.
I think I was on the last one, right, Eric? Third one.
Yeah, you're on the track 3. The very
about cops.
The New Jack Swing song. That was from
Yeah.
Undercover Cops. That song's called Red-Tailed Cat.
Yep.
Which is a great track. I feel like a very like underappreciated soundtrack in VGM.
It was so fun to record. The swinginess is just like I never get to play that type of stuff on keys.
No.
And it's so rewarding to like
look, Janet
That's
Jackson and like Bill DeVoe and effing Boyz II Men, massively underappreciated, and that was like my influence.
Love Boyz II Men.
Yeah, and not only that, like Myrone's Sea Salt Breeze from his Humanity album, I just listened to legit like 30 times in a row and be like, okay, how does Myrone play guitar like this? How does it sound like that? Yep. And I said like Michael, like Paula Abdul, like just sound like Paula Abdul and record your synths to sound like that.
It just sounds just like her voice, you know?
Yeah, you kind of crushed it. And like once again, like this is like the theme of the night is like it makes me feel really good, like people care enough to like want to be my friend and do all these nice things for me. And also like Mike and I are like in like 20 bands, so it's kind of like inherently already set up that he has to record on this album.
Well, part of it too is that like you and I have been for the last like 3 or 4 months, like since COVID or quarantine, we've been like sharing like plugins and patches and synths and like Arturia and native instruments, going back and forth like, oh, what about this one? Oh, this one's sick. Like just throwing stuff back at each other.
That song is basically Arturia, the plugin, the song, essentially, from top to bottom.
Pretty much. No, it was super fun to play on. I was stoked on it. The organ was really fun to play too. I love having little solos like that. So thanks for having me on there.
Well, thank you for being my friend. And one thing that like made me really happy with Stemage was like, hey, I was so stoked on recording on that song for you. Like I recorded an 80s song too after that with your and I was like, and like you inspired me, and I was like, oh, great, you're like one of my heroes. Like you're like one of the first like video game like arrangers I've ever heard in my entire life, and that made me feel like really good and happy that like we could all be friends and like do this like stupid, hilarious, dumb as hell thing together. So thank you for like believing in me and wanting to like be something that I enjoy. I mean, it means a lot to me.
Oh, it was a pleasure, and I love that you could have had this idea, and recorded music and mixed it and everything, but it could have sounded different. It sounds legit. Like it sounds
so
like.
Good.
It sounds so good. It's crunchy. It's like it sounds exactly like it's supposed to. So it puts you.
Tell me more.
It's like we're watching. We're watching the commercials, and there's that little tracking at the bottom of the screen, and it gives you that warm feeling, the warm tracking on the. Yep. You got tracking is tracking in those songs,
So
but you don't have to adjust it though.
Honestly, all of that was fucking. Effin Snappleman, his real name,
You can swear now. There's no children on watching this.
Yeah, I mean, it says bitch. So.
Curry and Modesty. I don't know. He's Greek. I can't pronounce his name. But he was very patient and very kind and like believed in me. And like every day I'd be like, hey, why does my mix suck? And he goes, well, it sucks because of this. And he would like legit like spend an hour with me making sure my mixes is clean and good. So Andreas,
he was straight up spotting you.
Yeah, he was legit like I need to like spot you and like hold this for you. And So
I don't think anyone on the
Bro,
stream has
dude.
seen your shorts
Yeah,
until just
bro.
now. That was an excellent reveal.
So like my Earthbound album, which he mixed, he was a producer, and it would never have happened without Andreas and Sample Man, which he doesn't need to hear because his ego is already as big as bigger than a fucking Jupiter. But he is as great as he thinks he is. I love you, Snapple Man.
Wherever you are.
Snapple's the best.
Wherever you are.
Well, that's
think
a
he's-
beautiful tale about 3 songs.
Yes. We got 9 more to go.
Shall we hear another 3 yet?
Pump the jams, dude.
Pump up the jams.
Yes, all the TikTokers are pumping up the jams these days, and so shall we on Twitch. Eric, do you want to intro the next block here?
Okay, so the next block is, hold up, I gotta get my notes out.
I need tunes, man. Got to work these arms.
The next block is Rondo of Sweat. This is my favorite song on the album. It's from Castlevania Rondo of Blood. It features Robby V on EWI, which is Joe, hold it for EWI. Okay, that's an EWI. It's an electric saxophone. So all the lead synth is by Robby, and he played that. And it has a really dope, badass effing synth solo by Sam Palmer from the band Zaku, which is a really good J-Fusion band. And then the second track after that is Gems of Rage, which is Beatnik on the Ship from Streets of Rage 1, composed by Yuzo Koshiro. And I wanted that song to sound sweaty as hell. Like, when you listen to that song, imagine yourself on the rooftop, and it's like hot, and you're just like pumping weights, and you're just sweating, you're getting
Okay,
huge.
now you're getting me going, brother. Come on.
Yeah, that's how I wanted. That's how I wanted it to be conveyed. So think about that, and then do it.
Yeah, you got to bench press that EWI, man.
Yeah, bench press the EWI. So yeah, Rondo of Blood, and then into Streets of Rage 1, Beatniks on the Ship.
Awesome. And here we have it. Let's roll it.
let's bare those knuckles, grab some weights, and fill this gym with streets of rage.
Great, Ray. That's a wrap.
Huh?
California sunshine. California sunshine. Whoa, the grapevine. Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine.
That's sweet. Sure, I'm street tough, but underneath, I'm a sensitive guy. That's why I wear Hanes. Even us tough guys like a little extra comfort.
You tell him, Bruce, it's not just underwear. It's Hanes.
You better get ready for the most challenging Nintendo system ever.
Ready? Let's do it.
The new Power Pad. It's only available in Nintendo's new Power Set. Now you're playing with body power. You gotta run, jump, faster, higher. The Nintendo Power Pad puts you in total control. You are the game. You are the power. Now you're playing with power, body power. You get the Power Pad, Control Deck, Zapper, and 3 games only in Nintendo's exciting new Power Set.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Erich. And yeah, as you said, Robby did the Yui on that first track, the Rondo of Sweat, and Sam Palmer did the synth solo as well. And then you just did the entire track from the Gyms of Rage yourself, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But what more importantly, what I want to talk about is my girlfriend behind me, Sarah. She did all the voiceover and the incredible. Okay, bye, Cat. The incredible fake Australian, British, New Zealand accent amalgamation. I was just like, do this. Just be Australian.
Erich couldn't decide what he wanted.
Yeah. So it's basically a little bit of everything. But yeah. But this is the voice of Athletic Aesthetic. So, hello, Sarah WK.
Oh, just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Get big. Get sweaty.
Yeah, you know, just hanging out. Mike, you hang out with me? Yeah.
Oh, man. You can't show that on TV.
I can't show that on TV. But yes. Anyways, this is our catch-up session. How's it going, Josh?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm doing great. I'm currently reminiscing all of the times that I was working out to this album after you sent me the masters. Just trying to beat the COVID punch a little bit.
Wait, did you actually really work out to the album?
Yes, absolutely. It was a really motivational song. I did not commit to working out every morning, but when I did work out, I put your album on and just kind of cycled through. Actually, we were having some pretty fun chats prior to putting on this party. Because and this is something that I want to offer for the folks at home as well. If you find yourself needing to have a little bit of workout, you're at home and you have no equipment or anything like that. I was taught a nice set of very simple exercises that you can start by my previous personal trainer, whose name was Crisscross. He was such a jabroni. Oh, but those are the kind of guys you want spotting you, isn't that right?
I mean, yes, absolutely.
But he was kind enough to explain a set of exercises known as the 420 exercises. 4 being for 4 different kind of exercises and 20 being for the reps. And you can repeat it as many as you like, but you can do 20 jumping jacks for your cardio. You can do 20 squats, 20 push-ups, and 20 crunches. And that's kind of like a very simple 420 workout with or without stimulants. That's up to you. But yeah, when I was doing my workouts to the album, that's mostly what I was doing, and stretching. It is still very nice to stretch it out with some good tunes in your ears.
Well, that like, if people actually like legit work. Hey, Gary, my cat Gary. I found him at a party. I'm not lying.
And now he's yours.
Yeah, no, like legit. He wandered into this house and he was like, "Hey, whose cat is this?" And he didn't leave. So a month later, I was like, "Hey, is this cat still here?" I was like, "Yeah, it won't go away. We can't have it here." So I took him. Anyways, that's neither here or there. But if people actually like legit work out to this, I'll be super stoked, because I tried really hard to make it seem like paced well, and I put a lot of thought in the process of like, okay, like what kind of like workout will you do now? Like how would you feel like right at this moment, and like how hard do you want to get here? So that would be really stoked, because I think like video music is like excellent workout music, 100%.
I mean, Orchestra Zelda music maybe less so, but I don't know. Maybe if you put your athletic aesthetic upon that, maybe it would be.
I mean, maybe. I mean, all it needs is like a Lindrum snare, and I could pull it off. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. But yes.
So with that in mind, I was just gonna. Sorry to cut you off. I was just so curious, but you said like as you were constructing the album, you did kind of want to keep in mind pacing and what workouts people might do. Do you have specific routines that you would recommend for each of your tracks?
I mean, obviously, you always want to run a mile in the beginning, at least to get like your heart pumping. Because I had a personal trainer for a bit, and something that he said that I try to stick with is like never let your heart rate go down. Always keep your heart rate up, and that is the most efficient way to like either like lose weight or to make gains, is to keep your heart rate constantly beating up. Never let it go down. As soon as it goes down, you're taking too long between breaks. So that's like my one, I guess, piece of advice of athleticism.
Awesome. Well, maybe down the line we can get a personal trainer to review the album and also recommend some workout routines to go along with that. Yes, and you did mention keeping your heart rate going, and I believe that is exactly what we are aiming to do with our next block here. Do you want to intro the next 3 songs for us?
Yes. Actually,
the next 2 songs. Sorry.
Yes. So this next song is Legend of Valkyrie. It's 3 songs: Theme of Lava Cave, the main theme, and Black Dragon. And Legend of Valkyrie was in I think 1988 Namco arcade game, and he used the FM sound chip, and it was like absolutely obnoxious to get all the channels separated enough to arrange it. And once again, Sample Man like saved my life and helped me figure that out. And then the song after that is Gyromite, which is a Hip Tanaka joint, basically game A BGM from the game Gyromite. And that song kind of reminds me of like Yellow Magic Orchestra, so I kind of pushed more the Yellow Magic Orchestra feeling of that. And Valkyrie reminded me of Giorgio Moroder, and I kind of pushed it more sounding like 80s Italo or French disco side of synth jams.
Beautiful. And just sorry to keep sidetracking you, but just before we get into that, I think you did want to tell people how they can get their hands on a physical copy of this album.
I have 35 cassettes on my Bandcamp, erichwk.bandcamp.com, I think. I don't just Google it. But I got, I think maybe now 30 cassettes. So if you want a physical copy, buy it on that. And it will be on Spotify and it will be on iTunes, but it's on Bandcamp right now to go download.
Beautiful advice for a beautiful album. Yes, and without any further ado, let's roll the next block.
Yeah!
No slowing down yet. Flip the tape to side B. And remember, if you aren't wet, you aren't sweating. And if you aren't sweating, you aren't getting big.
not easy being a petite flower. Sometimes you gotta sweat like a sow. But you know how I pamper myself. I drink Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, I'm glad I pumped up. It's so unique. It's got a taste that'll please without the calories. And let's face it, you can't get a body like mine in a bottle unless you push real hard.
Diet Dr. Pepper, like nothing else.
Six great issues plus 6 free strategy guides on a hot new game. That's twice the power for still $15. Wow, call now.
Looking cool, feeling hot. Wish you had a pool, but it's a long shot. Whoa, flash, with that splash. Surfing and sliding in a splish splash. With that splash, what a bash. The gang's all here, the gang's all wet. Slip and splash, what a bash. It's the best way yet to get this wet. Slip and splash with plastic slide, inflatable pool, and surf sled. New from Whammo.
And we're back. Whoa! I really like that Gyromite track. That's really fresh. Yeah, and we've got our next guest who's kind of sitting out of frame here. We can see, what is that? Are those some chorus pedals on top of a Marshall amp in the back there? And is that a barbell? What's going to happen here?
Oh, hi. Welcome to my beautiful home.
Oh, hello, Cameron. MiG-50 himself.
That's me.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Fine.
Great. Question answered. Thank you very much. Objective met. Yeah, Mig, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the process that went into preparing all the beautiful visuals that we've witnessed so far tonight?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to pop this jacket off first, though.
Oh, dang. Wow, look at those popping muscles.
Yeah, oh, and speaking of beautiful visuals, let's go ahead and get over to camera 2.
Oh my goodness, what's on camera 2? Oh, wow! Whoa, look at that!
Alright, what was the question again?
Oh, we wanted to discuss the influences for some of the choice visuals that you've presented with us tonight.
Sure, before I answer that, I need everyone in chat to count off the reps while I answer.
Okay, alright, Chad, you know what to do. Hit those numbers. 1, 2...
Not you! How the fuck am I going to answer if you're talking?
I'm getting them started. Anyways, and etc. Chat, continue on. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so, yeah, anime clips. Yeah, so Eric hit me up because I've made a lot of kick-ass city pop mixes with anime loops on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/make50. So he wanted one to go along with the album. I said, yeah, sure, I can do that. So, obviously, the big thing was to have a lot of hot anime babes and a lot of big anime hunks. So, did some digging, found some good ones. And I don't know if you've been paying a lot of attention, but there's kind of a lack of hunks in this so far.
I'd say you're probably the first one that
I actually just failed that rep. How many did I get?
Looking in the chat, I see somebody counted 12.
That's not bad.
That's not
bad.
bad.
Alright, anyway. So, yeah, what's the next question?
Eric, that one's off of you, I think.
Oh, the next one to know. But yeah, when I... So basically, Mig does these like really awesome like YouTube videos of like city pop remixes, putting like, anime clips on it, and I actually like stole that idea for some of my my one-off covers. So like, hey dude, like if you like have any free time, would you be like down to do this? Like I'll pay you money, please. He goes, I don't want your fucking money. I'll do this for free because I love you, and this is sick.
I didn't say that at all.
Well, in my head canon,
let's talk after.
We'll talk after. But
yeah.
He put in a lot of time, and a lot of effort, and a lot of work, and we're like really excited to do this. And this was going to actually be separate from the stream. And then I realized like, oh shit, like we have all this like awesome stuff Mig is doing, legit taking anime clips, putting it on a VHS cassette, putting it into a VCR, and then filming a CRT TV of the actual clips. And once again, like this is like a common theme of me being like really stoked and like bashful and like feeling really happy that like I have friends who are down to like be part of my really dumb ideas and like help me out. And I really am really honored that Meg will help me do this. Yeah, VHS.
Yeah, it's true. It exists.
And it exists. Yeah, and I see people in chat asking for the actual VHS. I don't know how to make VHS tapes or how to like mass produce them, but if someone gives me like a company that does it, I'll do it.
Meg will do it because he loves you, apparently.
We're going to talk after.
You're going to talk after, yeah. He loves you,
yeah.
and also there should be money involved. But that's about as digital to analog to digital as I can imagine in this day and age. That's quite the process.
Yes. Yes.
There were a few steps.
It was a lot. It was a lot of work, and he effing crushed it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Cameron. Also, we have matching tattoos. Want to go show them our tattoos?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. What does that read?
We got that in Vegas at a funeral.
Oh. Yeah.
But it meant a lot. It was really good. It's a memory that I'll always remember, and I was really stoked when we did it. We're like, hey, want to get tattooed? I was like, okay. So we left where the service was being held, and we walked about a couple hundred yards and got tattoos.
Yeah. And then we went back.
We went back literally about an hour later.
If even that.
Yeah, it's a Hiromi Hosono album or a song lyric from the song Sportsman.
That's beautiful and touching.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Really glad we could bring up the energy here for this stream.
Funeral. Anyways, let's talk about the next 3 set of songs.
Absolutely, Eric. Let's talk about those.
Okay, so this next song was actually the very first song I recorded for the album. It's Pure Stone from Zillion, which is actually an arrangement from the anime Zillion theme song. And I heard this song from a band called Sprite Slowdown. And this was like my first time trying to how do I sound 80s? So the guitar is massively out of tune because I was very stubborn. And even though my friend Ryan Munz was like, hey, tune your guitar, I said, no, it's perfect. And now listening back to it, I'm like, I should have tuned that guitar more somehow.
I thought we were trying to get people pumped on the next segment.
Yes, exactly. But I just want to show you my mistakes. Anyways, and the very end has a guitar solo by Ian Cowell, who effing ripped. The next song after that is Flight on the Stork from the song The Smurfs, which kind of inspired me to this entire album. It's composed by Alberto Jose Gonzalez. And the song after that is from Rocket Knight Adventure, and it's the track Deep Space, which I think is level 6. And that song is just absolutely pure mayhem and chaos, and I hope all y'all enjoy it.
All right, let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
Let's work on your core. It's time to get abs of pure stone. Getting tired? Well, this will light a spark under your hot muscles.
Throwing high or low, it comes back with each good throw. Boomerang, you can throw it by yourself or throw it with some friends. Your boomerang is safe, soft fun that never ends. Nerf Boomerang.
Nerf Boomerang from Parker Brothers.
Watch Zelda become a legend on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda!
Which way to go?
Good times. Pee hands. Levers. Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda! There's only one. Capri Sun. It's great, tasty fun when you punch open one. There's only one. Capri Sun. It's great, tasty fun when you punch open one. Lemonade, apple, orange, fruit punch, new grape. It's Capri Sun.
Capri Sun fruit drink in the take-along pouch. 10% fruit juice, nothing artificial.
There's only one Capri Sun. It's great, tasty fun when you punch open one.
There's only one Capri Sun.
And we're back. Awesome. Oh, and now we are joined by special guests, Ryan Shakeweight Munz, Ian Guitar Tone Daddy, also barbell lifting, Cowell, and we've got Myrone here as well. What is going on, my fellow dudes?
What's going on, Josh?
What's going on, buddy?
I'm
You
frozen. I'm frozen in the chat.
Oh, you're live and well.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
You
all
call that
good.
a sit-up?
Wait, you have a real shake weight? Why do you have that?
For this
Don't answer
moment.
that question.
For moments like these.
Very private question. To be honest.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the athletic aesthetic.
This is actually making me pretty big, Eric.
Is it making you hard and wet?
I'm getting there.
Cool.
Give me a minute.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, like these are like some of my favorite people. Like Munz, it's been like it's my new like theme is whenever I make an album, is Munz needs to play the lead guitars in the final track because he has that like Munz vibrato that he does so well. But like Myrone and Ian, like Ian was like, "Hey, dude, like I fucking love Myrone. Like, can we like do like a song together. And so I asked, I was like, hey, can you like do like a dueling guitar solo with Ian? Like, I didn't say that Ian like asked me that, but I like, hey man, like if you have time, like, can you do this?
Thanks.
And like within like a day, Myrone like shit out this fucking shredding ridiculous. It's like a giant tractor just cutting down a rainforest. That's how much shred it is that he like pulled out of nowhere, like legit in a day, and it like blew my fucking mind. But also, yeah, but Ian did the most guitar solos on this album. And I really want to like thank you and like I appreciate you, and thank you so much for like wanting to be a part of this and like begging me to not be like embarrassed that I'm doing this and to be like asking to do guitar solos, because like a lot of this happened because you told people that I was doing this. Like Stemage asked to be a part of it because you told them you were a part of it, and I really thank you again. And like your guitar solos are so fucking tasty and so fucking good. And it meant a lot to me. Yeah. And like what's rad though is because like Ian and Myrone, like they both like have mastered soft shred. But what's sick about Ian's guitar solo, like you're gonna hear this in the next track coming up in Zach, is Ian's the first solo and the third solo, and Myrone's the second and the fourth. But Ian's guitar solos are kind of like sitting in a Lamborghini, the windows are tinted, it's nighttime, and he's cruising through the fucking like city nights. And it's like classy. And then fucking Myrone solos is red Ferrari, convertible, beach, Miami, it's hot, and there's flames coming out of the side. And so it's these two contrasting like hot rod guitar solos, but done in a very specific way. And it's like once again, like it meant a lot to me that like both of you were like down to be a part of it, and like I really appreciate you guys.
Hey man, we appreciate you, and I think you put it best. He's on one coast, I'm on the other, and the whole plan is we drive so fast that all the fire is just, it's all coming right there at the center.
It's all coming right there. It's all coming right there.
That's it,
All coming right there, Ryan Munz.
Yeah, and Ryan Munz, like so in this track after that for Ninja Gaiden, Ryan Munz did the opening song and the closing song, and like there's not much to say about him. He's just like Ryan. If the way I can describe him in his guitar playing is absolutely precise, and that is Ryan Munz.
Well, thank you, Erich. Yeah, I mean, and these are two of my guitar heroes that are surrounding me here, so I feel like I don't really belong on this stage necessarily, but yeah, thanks. And I think the main reason I'm here is because Erich and I share a huge affinity for video game ending songs. I'm proud to have been on the Alvaro Gonzalez ending song, and I could have been on the Earthbound one, but I was busy or something. I don't even remember, but that was the song I would have been on had I been available. But yeah, they tend to be my favorite songs of a video game track, just the ending emotional song. And I'm not.
You were on Monty's ending track.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was forgetting. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Gunstar Heroes.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's like they kind of suit my like emotive guitar playing that I try to do. Like I can't really play well like other people in this room. But I can play like I mean it, which is something I think Erich and I share. Like we like to play with attitude. I like the vibrato and like the bends to be very intentional, and I'm pretty I don't know, anal about that stuff. Can I say anal?
You can say anal, yes.
Okay. All right. And one other thing I wanted to mention, Myrone is like actually my guitar hero because this is my guitar that I play, and it's 100% because I saw Myrone playing it and I thought it sounded cool. I thought it looked cool.
Wise investment.
Yeah, it's buttery. It's amazing.
I don't
have the cool stickers on it, but
like Myrone, I'm gonna gush and like be really like obnoxious and embarrass you, but legit, when I recorded this album, I listened to a lot of your stuff religiously and was like, what drum samples does Myrone use? What guitar tone does he use? How much chorus pedal does he use? The answer is not enough. And like a lot of
it's never enough.
Like Sea Salt Breeze was basically my Bible of how to record this album. And I dissected it and I was like, okay, I need to sound like Myrone. How does he do his cymbals? How does he do his snare? How does he do his toms? How does he do his guitar tone? Should he use the fourth position on the Strat? Sometimes, but mostly the humbucker position. But yeah, so like it's an absolute honor to be a part of this, like to have you like be on my album and and to be like my buddy and like be in a band with you. It really means a lot. And like and I get a little choked up because like you're like one of my guitar heroes, and it's like super fucking rad that like we can be buddies and like be a part of this. So thank you, buddy.
Yeah, bro, the vibe's always positive. So I'm like,
sick.
Always.
I think in short, what we're saying here is if you can cut off some of your hair and put it in a bag and send it to Erich.
Yeah. Can you give us your
exchange for
power?
cabinet.
Can you give me like 5% of your soft shred, please?
What's up, Samson?
Yeah, Samson.
Yeah, have some. What do I do? What do you need? Let me
Erich,
know.
list out your address right now so that everybody in chat can send you some hair.
Yeah, but like, what's right about Myrone is what's right about Myrone is like, I legit emailed him on Gmail. I was like, hey, dude, if you want to play like in a live band, I'm your drummer. And then 2 years later, he goes, hey, man, I think like 2018 is a year of Myrone. Will you be my drummer? And I was like, I got you. And that's how like we became buddies.
I don't remember it being that dramatic.
I mean, like, but in my headcanon, it was that beautiful and that like wonderful and like cinematic. So don't take this from me, dude.
But you are forcing him to take something from you. You
guys
have just been shake weighting all over each other this entire conversation.
Yeah. Okay, so the next track is Zach Art of Visual Stage, which is a PC 98 soundtrack. It has a bass solo from Max Noel, who plays in
The Tiberian Sons.
The Tiberian Sons, thank you. And like he shreds. Like he plays bass for Tony Dickinson, who plays bass for fucking the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So that means how good he is.
Oh, so he's a legend. He's a
legend.
That's only 3 degrees of separation for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then the very end of the song, and this is not only this is Ryan Olsen's favorite song on the album, so this means something. The very end is again Ian Cowell playing solo the first and third time, and Myrone playing the dueling solo the second and fourth time. Then the last song is Ryan Munz playing the opening track lead and the closing track lead, and I tried when I mixed this and arranged it, I tried to make it sound like Carpenter Brute, so heavy and loud and a lot of FM synth, a lot of like Razor synth from Native Instruments, and the middle guitar solo is Ian Cowell again, and I actually asked him to do like a guitar solo for like 12 bars, and he doubled it, so I was like, sick.
That's a brave move.
That's a brave move. Like I was like, just do this like empty part with no other guitars, and then he went into the chorus in the B section. I was like, you read my mind. Thank you, Ian, for understanding this. And that is Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. It's 6 tracks, and it's 10 minutes long. And it's meant to be after you're done working out, you should do about a 1 mile run cool down, and that's the song you should do.
All right, yeah. There's the first workout recommendation that we've had so far tonight from you.
Yes.
For your exercise concept album.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay,
Shake
are we ready?
Glass of wine.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll talk afterwards about which track is the shake weight track. I've got my bets on Gyromite.
Gyromite.
All right. Well, shall we roll it?
Let's roll it, boys.
tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
Gunfighter!
Come, runners. No trouble. No matter what the odds are, you're always ready for a gunfight with Hubba Bubba. Cause soft, juicy, delicious Hubba Bubba lets you blow amazing, no-stick bubbles that won't stick to your face.
That's why they call them gum runners.
Big bubbles, no troubles.
Bubble gum.
Like a ghost in the moonlight, the ninja warrior stalks his prey. Unseen, unheard, and unnoticed. Mission accomplished. The final battle begins. Ninja Gaiden for Nintendo from Tecmo. Coming soon, more hard-to-beat action. Tecmo Bad News Baseball.
Hershey, Hershey, Hershey. It's a fun one. Hershey, Hershey, Hershey. Ooh, wee. Chocolate fun. Pure milk chocolate. Delicious and smooth. Oh, if you don't believe me, I'll prove it to you. When you take a bite, oh, you'll say I'm right. Hershey, Hershey, Hershey. It's a fun one. Oh, Hershey, Hershey, Hershey. Ooh, wee. Chocolate fun.
All right, wow, and we've all got our guitars now. Wee, what a fun album that was, Erich. Thank you for sharing that with us all. Wow. All right, it's the end of the night.
Thank you so much for dealing with our jackassery.
No, it's not dealing, it's enjoying. And now that I've got a little bit of Canadian Club on the rocks, I can fully enjoy with our guitars. Wow.
Yes. So those guitars were obviously Ian and Myrone and Munz, and once again, Ian, one of the kings of soft shred.
That title belongs only to Myrone.
And they're just going to keep passing that back and forth. It's hot potato.
And also, Make 50 Cameron, thank you so much for making all these videos. I massively appreciate it, and you fucking put way too much work into something for just me asking you on a whim, and I really love you for that, bro.
I did it.
You did it. You did it. Thank you, Josh, for once again having all of our friends hang out on a Friday night.
Yeah. I'm down. Let's hang out all the time, every week on Friday night.
Every day.
Everybody, yeah.
Every night.
Oh, also, everyone, round of applause for Josh.
Yeah, round of applause for Josh, the David Letterman of VGM.
Well, I'm currently the Ron Burgundy of VGM, but yeah, no, I'll accept that. Thank you so much.
Yes. And once again, I just put out the cassettes on Bandcamp. You can download for free. You can buy the cassettes for $10. It's only $35, and it's on iTunes now, and it should be on Spotify next week. I think maybe I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Whatever. But yeah, thank you for listening. And I if you actually do work out to this album, please tell me, because that will make my fucking day. And I really
use the hashtag athletic aesthetic,
yes.
And also tag ErichWK.
Yes. Also, this video that you just watched will be probably put live today by Meg. It's on Meg's channel, right?
Hold on, I can do it right now.
Yeah.
It's live, everybody. Whoa.
Yeah. So if you're
gonna put a link in the comments.
Yeah, well, no, sorry, this is COVID. So after COVID, if you have a party, just put this album on there on the TV, and everyone will be really stoked on it.
Yep, definitely. Good chat. Well, folks, yeah, we're set to wrap this all up. Yeah, if you haven't yet, go and hit that link. You can use the command ErichWK to get the album. Yeah, make sure you pick up a cassette, because that is going to be a limited stock on that. That's a real treat for all of you who are still walking around with your Walkmen and your Walkwomen.
Yeah.
Yes. It's live now, so
it's live
you can go
now.
to YouTube.
It is live now.
Search your athletic aesthetic, you'll find it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And I didn't really have any big plans on how to close out the show, so why don't we just watch all of that again and let people hang out and hopefully work out too a little bit. I'm gonna go and make my partner very happy and get rid of this hideous facial hair
No, look, we all got
Keep
mustaches. We gotta
Yeah.
keep it for at least a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I got
Just
another show
until
to
the
do.
rest of it comes back in.
But yeah, maybe I'll do a little shameless plug. Virtual VGM Fest Holiday Special is going to be next Saturday, December 12th. That is starting at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's 9:30 for folks on the East Coast there. We've got Shipless, who's a pianist from Moscow, Russia. We also have Bitforce, who are going to be doing their own album release that weekend as well.
That's rad. They're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. They were
Yeah,
on.
they're like disgustingly good.
Yeah, it's going to be a rad time. We've also got Shred Nobi, which is kind of a relatively new project. Some of the previous members of Super Mad Ness are in that, and then we've got Professor Shy Guy on as well. And then I'm going to be streaming some Mary Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 License to Drive on Tuesday. No joke. My partner is super stoked to do that, and that's just going to be a hilarious time. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm missing out on some wankery, but y'all are looking real tasty there with your guitars. Any final thoughts?
No. My final thought is this community is probably one of the best I've ever been in, and everyone is kind and loving and supportive, and everyone wants to everyone to be better and the best they could possibly be. So I thank everyone in the chat and everyone from the Shiz and DoD and the BGM community for being a part of this, because it legit means a lot. And you're even though I only see you once every couple of years, you're all my best friends, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely, I'll echo that. And cheers.
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 All right, cheers, chat. Oh my gosh. Whoa, are we going to get that live solo now?
Yeah!
Oh, and just as you leaned into it, it cut out.
Athletic aesthetic.
That's the athletic aesthetic, people.
Wow.
All right. Well, that all said, let's roll that album. Thank you again so much, everybody, for coming up, and we'll see you at the next show.